Guys, this is DFD, aka Dark Frozen Depths. Now, this is a game that you hardly ever seen, and unfortunately you're not going to see much more of it because there's something big about it. It's called Kanpani Girls, and I'm not entirely sure how well the DMM version is doing. If it's still going to be around, then it's a good time to try and move over to that one, try and play it even though it's in Japanese. Now, in the case of this version, which is the Nutaku version, I've noticed that for the longest time it hasn't had any really big updates or anything. And the issue with that is the fact that it's apparently closing down. It's probably been up in the air for a long time, which is why they've hardly ever done anything. Like, as you can see, there's one of the characters I happen to have from it. I've got a crap ton more that I've actually gotten here. Sadly, I've never managed to get them high enough in order to do some of the stronger stuff in the game. But I've gotten things pretty far. Like, see, my highest team is currently level 55 to 57. And I do believe 90 is the limit unless you end up getting I think it's a 5-star base. Because a 5-star base can actually go up to 7 stars, unlike everybody else who can only go up to 6. But as you see, I got a crap ton of girls that are actually playable characters. I haven't even completed the entire list. In fact, if you look at the Kanpani wiki, you'll be able to see the entire list and everything. And the thing is, regardless of what rarity you start off with, they'll all come out with about the same stats. And some even get their own special weapons or whatever. It was a pretty interesting concept. But the thing is the fact that if they're 5-star base, they can go up to level 99. Everybody else stops at 90 at some point. But yeah, to really get on point here, this is the notice they had right here. It says, "Greetings, we are reaching to you with this informative message regarding the game's end of service. Please see below the future steps that we'll take in the near future." Now, it's already past the point where the transactions have closed, so you can't buy anything with real money no more. Now, in the case of this other message, it is, "The services will close and the game will disappear from Nutaku's games list. As a compensation, if you decide to move to one of the following games, which is Flower Night Girl, Parallel Seduction, Sengoku Providence, or either Oshawari Island, there's a mobile and a web one, you will receive gifts in-game." So, you have to go to the said games, finish the tutorial, and open a support ticket for the specific game stating you came from this game. So if you're already playing Kanpani Girls, there's a good chance to try and get rewards for these 5 games. I'm already playing 3 of them. I used to play Parallel Seduction, but it's just unfortunate that I ended up losing my first account, so I couldn't even continue where I left off on that one. But Oshawari Island, I managed to get back up to speed pretty nicely. Oshawari Island Mobile, I never did lose, and Sengoku Providence was also started on the second one. But there's a lot of good stuff for some of these games too, like Christmas Ichigo is a very, like, a lot of people wanted that one, and it usually costs a lot of money, but they're handing her out for free, along with 5 stamina potions. As for the mobile, there's Sweet Cat Aya Morioka, and she's actually pretty good for that game. Because mobile plays completely different than web. But there's also 40 Magatama for Sengoku Providence. I don't know if that's paid or free. Either way, you're going to want it because that's a lot of Magatama. But you have to contact support in order to get these items, so it's actually worth doing. But yeah, for the most part, this game's pretty much shutting down, so there's really... Like, if you still want to try it, you've got a chance, but I wouldn't try to get too deep into it. Like, see, here's a few class quests. They usually set up a rotate to get the items and upgrade their girls. Character stories is where you get the special weapons and the stuff to upgrade them. Phantom Labyrinth's the hardest area in the game. And then there's like a whole bunch of storyline quests. I never even made it to part 2. Because the game gets pretty hard. And trying to get past all this stuff is very tricky. You gotta upgrade everything. Your girls, your weapons, your armor, all of it. You gotta upgrade their rarity so they can actually get to higher levels and everything, so. But this was a pretty nice game while it lasted, and unfortunately it's going to be closing down. They even used to rotate different characters right here on this little bar below the screen. And those characters are actually had increased drop rate whenever you get the employee envelopes. Which, if you're going to do, you're going to need employee stones. And normally you can slip and buy those, but they shut that down. So the only means to get employee stones now is totally free, unfortunately. But like I said, this was a good game while it lasted and everything. There's a lot you can do. There's even a little battlefield thing to sit and do extra stuff in order to get extra things. Like, I do believe this was a thing for the entire employee list. There is a lot of them to get. In fact, I do believe, 150 of them total. Kind of like Pokemon. But, unfortunately, this game's ending, so there's not much you can do. But again, you've got a short amount of time to try it if you want, but I wouldn't get too into it. I wouldn't even want to try it because this is a good game. If you get caught up in it, you're just going to hate it more that it's closing down in about 3 weeks. Less than 3 weeks, actually. And if you already have been playing this game, be sure to try and get these items you'll see in the notice. You're going to want all those items if you play any of those 5 games. But that's all for now, guys. Take care, and this is definitely going to be the last Kanpani Girls video I ever do on this channel. If you do want to see what the game looked like without playing it, I do have some videos that's somewhere deep in my list. Just do a search for it or something like that. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Take care.